to Yoga with Esther. Yeah, so I have a very needy rescue cat. I can't do anything about him. I love him, but he's very needy, you know. So if you don't like cats, I don't know what to say. His name's Copernicus. He's obese. Now, one of my friends suggested, she was like, you need more followers. And I was like, how do I get more followers? Like, I'm 100 years old. I don't know how this works. So I decided to read you somebody who is a quote from somebody who's very invested in the stock market, and he knows actually what they're talking about the state of the stock market right now. So this person said, crude volume is at the level of crazy cold winter, natural gas volume. So everything is noise outside of very general statements. And then he mentioned something about Russia, which I don't want to get tagged. Hopefully you know what that means. Don't get in trouble. Okay. Let's see. So today we're going to do, this is a nice one. This is a really nice one. It's going to be short and sweet, but it's going to help us prepare for bed. And it's just a nice all-around basic movement stretch. So of course, don't do anything that doesn't feel good to your body. I want everyone to inhale. You probably can't see my hands. Up. I'm going to do a little squat. I want you to stand up straight. Take a deep inhale. Exhale over to your right side. Inhale up. Exhale over to the opposite side one more time. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, and release. Okay, so now we're going to go to, I can't with you. I can't. The rest of our stuff is going to be on the floor. So we're going to get into child's pose. And you can use a block or you can use a pillow here. But I want your legs far apart. And I want you to rest, let's see. I want you to rest your hands like on a block or a pillow. And just let your heart melt. So the point here is to let everything kind of just sink in. We're going to be here for about 30 seconds. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Breathe. About 5 more breaths. He gets a lot of love, you guys. Keep breathing. Okay. Now we're going to come to we're going to come to a runner's stretch. So I love to use my blocks. I'm so sorry, guys. I love to use my blocks for this. Actually, I don't. I adopted this big baby, and I love him so much. So we're going to put our left foot in between the blocks, raise your chest, walk your foot back. I want your chest raised, your shoulders open. And we're going to be here for about 5 breaths. So take deep breaths here. If you feel like it, you can bring your hand to your thigh and press into it, feeling a nice stretch through your upper thigh. Make sure not to have too much curve in your back. 3 more breaths. And bring your hands down to the blocks. Other side. Don't eat that. Don't eat that plant. That's not for you to eat. No. Breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, directly into cat-cow. I'm obsessed with cat-cow. So remember, come to fists, come to forearms, whatever feels good for you. Fold your mat over if you need to. Inhale, open your chest for cow. Exhale for cat. We're gonna do this 3 more times. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, really stick that butt up in the air, and exhale. Last time. And exhale. Okay, now directly into wide-legged forward fold. So I like to remove my butt fat, literally. Press my hips forward. It makes the balancing a little bit easier. It takes a little bit of stress off of my spine. I want your abdominals really nice and flexed here, your toes relaxed. You can use your blocks. So one way to do this stretch is to let your forehead rest on these blocks like this. So you are taking some pressure out of your back. If you feel like you need a little bit more, you can just walk your hands out in front and bring your chin to your chest. And we're gonna be here for 5 breaths. Inhale, send your breath to your inner thighs. Exhale, let go of any resistance. Keep breathing, 3 more breaths. Gently lift yourself up. We're gonna come to a seated cow pose. So if this is difficult for you to get into this position right here, then I don't mind you doing crisscross applesauce. So cross your left knee over your right knee. Make sure that they're semi-in-line. I like to kind of press my foot down, my feet down, just to make sure they're steady. And left arm comes underneath, right arm folds over, intertwine. Again, you can just hug yourself here. Take a deep breath, stretch your chest towards the ceiling, and exhale, fold into the stretch. Your elbows come into your stomach. For 3, breathe. 2, breathe into your stomach, breathe into your back. 1, release, open. Bring your hands to your mat, feet come out in front of you, rock your knees, and we're gonna come to the other side. So right knee over left, right hand underneath, or huggy huggy. Take a deep breath, stretch towards the ceiling. Inhale, exhale. Open up that open back. Breathe for 3, 2, 1, and release. Oh, baby's asleep. Okay, so now we're gonna do 2 versions of legs at the wall. Super easy. Legs at the wall, again, I love this way to get into it. Get your butt up against a solid wall. This is not solid, but whatever. But let that guide you into a legs at the wall stretch. So your feet are somewhat together, your toes are relaxed, arms down by your side into a low V. We're just gonna be here for 5 breaths. Really breathe into your chest. Such an important stretch. 3, 2, 1, and open your legs. 5 deep breaths here. let your legs just kind of fall, but also let them be supported by the wall. By the way, I'm gonna be doing a entire legs up the wall class. It's gonna be nice. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we are gonna get up just the way we started. So roll over to the right side of your mat. Right arm is a pillow. You can grab your nearest cat. This is my big buddy. Yes, you love it. And just know that you can always come back to your mat, no matter what happens. Pause your day here. And let's do our last 3 breaths together, keeping this nice, short and sweet. So first, inhale through your nose. Bring your shoulders by your ears and exhale out of your mouth. Inhale. Hands come up, look at your fingertips. And exhale. For 3, 2, deepest breath the whole day. 1, inhale. Thank you so much for joining me tonight, and my cat, and now he wants to be let out. If you have any questions, let me know. Oh, so my deal is right now is supporting small businesses that can't stay open because, you know, basically everyone's, not basically, like everyone's quarantined. So one of my favorite stores that allows me to model for them is called Hello Lucky, and I'll give you their information at the bottom of, you know, whatever, the screen. I got this shirt here. It's the softest thing in the world. Everything is ethically made. We know where all the fabrics come from. It is like the most ethical store I've ever been to. Almost everything is produced locally. I would definitely check it out. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, my name again is Esther Tell, and feel free to email me, call me, text me, carrier pigeon, smoke signals. Whew, it's late.